Work is something where it's a responsibility, depending what you do. Okay, depending on what you do. Okay, it's a responsibility. I think whoever the hell you are, you have to work. Okay, you have to push that humanly thing where you gotta be disciplined. You gotta inspire, and depending what you do, if it inspires people, then that's great. Like I've been inspired. And if you take the inspirations, these things, and you bring it to work, whatever job that you do, okay? And you have to work to make this money. And people, on one hand, will call money evil, okay? And some people are like, I love money. Oh, I love money. It gets you whatever you want, And, that's a branch where you branch it into goodness, where you bring the money home to family and the ones that you love and care about, like truly love and care about, And, you have that ball of love. And then you have another ball of love where, I want to buy that Ferrari. I want that Ferrari. I want, that Lamborghini. I need that. When you use words like need and Lamborghini in the same sentence, you're just an idiot. I'm sorry, but you're a fucking idiot. Now, but, if you're a Mel Gibson or a Jerry Seinfeld, then Lamborghinis are just chump change. But then, think of it like this, okay? Oh, this is why, folks, this is why I'm on the line of stardom and of absolute, media deathdom, is because I'm on that line where, I can say, Mel Gibson, throw away your Ferrari. Jay Leno, rid like 47 of your cars and feed China. You know what I'm saying? And, that's where the stardom hates me. That's where people of that way, that stardomatically, that people of that wisdom, like Jay Leno and his comedy, and, you take that, and then you take a comment that was just said by me, and you look at it and say, damn, you son of a bitch. I make my money the way I make my money, and America gives me the money because they love my comedy. They love the way I help the world, and I give charities. If I'm quoting Jay Leno, and, if I want to buy 4,000 motorcycles, I can do that, I can do that because the inspiration that I gave through my job, through my work, and I put something in the world that where millions of people love me and they follow me like the Pope, and and I'm loved, I give charity, and I give all this to people where, I help the world, okay, in a way that is so good and is wonderfully inspiring in the way that, I want this type of car. I want a Ferrari, okay? I want this car, and I want, the chicks, that can't have me, I want them to look at me and say, wow, I would just absolutely, you know what I'm saying? And, that's something of power where, you compare power to someone entertainment, or you compare power to God. All right, God probably drives something way better than a Lamborghini, you know what I'm saying? And, if you take that atom of popularity and you put it in someone of your local media or someone of your national media, and they're driving a Ferrari or a car, but if you can equalize it to where, you can put on that line and equalize it to where that they're doing great for the world, but all the nonsense that they do in the world, all the bad things that they do, and they do. I do bad in the world. Some things I say here on this broadcast can be hated, but, it can be loved in a way that is so, like, it's in a charity where it's like a bridge, where, Jay Leno, you have his comedy that puts smiles on people's faces. And then it puts people in a rage where you're like, fuck you, Jay Leno, because you have both sides, okay? And when you see both sides of it, is when you really cross the line and you push the envelope, or when you cross over that line to stardom. And, and you have this knowledge, or this atom of knowledge, if you'll call it, that, that is something so great. If you put it into something, in a work that is so great, like anybody that I've ever mentioned here on this broadcast. And, bottom line, if they're given to charity, and if they're putting smiles on your faces, then you take the anger that they give other people, okay? And then you look at these angry people and look at their entities of their body and all the atoms within them that are about hate of this person that does these good things that you see, but they don't see these good things. All they hear is the negative things, And if you enlighten them in a way that can make them smile about that talent, and, convince them in the way that they can also give to that same charity, then the anger that they have, if you can put it in a way that, it's just an entertainment thing, where it's like a propaganda-ish thing where, if you didn't have the hate in media, you wouldn't have the love. You wouldn't have the money. You wouldn't have the love, the Ferraris, and everything that comes with it. You wouldn't have it. And that's just exactly my point, is that to wind up here and to wrap up, is that, it's about love, folks. And there's nothing more better than things that you can do that brightens someone's day, that gives them the light that they see. And if you can make them do something good, have them, inspire them to do something good, but not in a way that hurts people, in a way that is ridiculous. And if you just give this knowledge to people, you take criminals, murderers, and people that rob,